female reproductive models. So on the external genitalia, there's 4 parts to it. We have the mound of tissue here. This is the pubic bone, pubic symphysis. So this mound of tissue is called the mons pubis. Typically where the pubic hair will be at. As we come down, the larger fold here is called the labia majora. Then the labia minora is the smaller fold. And then underneath that, there's a hood of tissue here that will hide the clitoris, which is the erectile tissue of the female's reproductive system. So we have a little bit of it here and then some of it here. So openings for the female system, the first opening here is from the urethra. So we have the urinary bladder and then the urethra and the external urethra orifice where the urine will come out. The next opening here is the external orifice for the vagina. So this structure here, this tube structure, is the vagina. As we come up, there's going to be a vestibule portion or a space. Not this white dot here, but this opening is called the cervix of the uterus. So we'll look at this in a different angle in a second. So the uterus has a few parts. The cervix is the opening to the vagina. Then we have the main part of the uterus called the body, and then the round portion at the top here is called the fundus. So we have the cervix, the body, and the fundus. The uterus has 3 different layers. It has the red layer, the inner layer called the endometrium. It has the muscular middle layer called the myometrium. And then the outer portion that wraps around that we can see here is called the perimetrium. So 3 layers to the uterus, 3 parts to the uterus: cervix, body, fundus, endometrium, myometrium, perimetrium on the outside. From the uterus, on the left and right, there will be a tube. So this is the uterus. From each side, there will be a tube called the fallopian tube that comes out and then wraps around the ovaries on the left and the right. The distal end here of the uterine tube, or the fallopian tube, is called the fimbriae, and then this here is the ovary on this model.